Alexis. I'm co-team captain this year and student section leader of social media and communications.
I'm Ryan. I'm the team captain, and I'm also the above chassis section.
Thanks for tuning in to our first episode of EngiLIVE. We're here live from Premier Tooling Systems, which is our build facility and one of our partners. So, we asked you to submit your questions all week, but if you didn't have the opportunity, you can type them into the YouTube chat and we'll answer them live. So, Ryan, do you want to answer our first question?
Sure. Our first question comes from Matt Hall. Do you have a recommendation for a type of motor and gearbox ratio combination for an elevator system to reach the scale and also serve as a climber? So our recommendation is a 1 to 100 gear ratio with a VexPro 775 motor, and the most important piece to the elevator that if you want to build is the pulley actually. So if you use ropes to use it, the size diameter of the pulley actually will affect how fast the rope goes. It acts like another gear ratio. If you have a 4-inch diameter pipe to pull your string, you get more distance per revolution than like a 2-inch diameter. So look out for that as well. And yeah.
Thanks, Matt from 6081. Okay, so our next question comes from Scott McBride from Team Torque 2137, and his question is, what is the over-under for how many ramp bots per Michigan district will we see this year? I think after talking to some of our mentors, it will end up being around 8 to 10 teams, so about 20% of the teams at a Michigan district. I think it will be plausible that you might see some matches that have more than one ramp bot in it, but when we're talking ramp bot too, I think it goes for a lot of things. So whether these robots are kind of like doppelgangers, so they'll be able to help other people climb. So that might mean different ways of supporting the robot other than just having robots drive up you as a ramp bot. So I think the percentage will be pretty high at this year's districts. Thank you.
So our next question comes from Pete Ekman. He says, his question is, how many batteries should a rookie team need? So batteries at a competition are very important. You need a battery in order for your robot to move. So our recommendation is about 6. So when you're going through the qualifications, it takes a long time for batteries to charge, and you want to have them as fully charged as possible. So if you have about 6, you can charge all of them and have a battery about per match. And especially if you're looking to go into the eliminations, where as they go from quarterfinals to semifinals to finals, the matches actually even get quicker and quicker and quicker. Therefore, you need more batteries, faster rate, and therefore you can have lots of good batteries and have a working robot every match.
Absolutely. Thanks, Pete from 7056. So for our next question, we have, I'm pretty sure this one is about wheel recommendation size, so I'm not sure if that's one, but we'll just go right to that. So an obvious obstacle this year is the platform. It's pretty steep at about 15 degrees, so you're going to want to make sure that you build this into your design. Some different things you might want to look at is possibly starting off with a 6-inch wheel might work out well, because the platform, while you might think that you can just go up it straight or to the side, if you're in the heat of a match and you only have a couple seconds, you're going to go up there the fastest way you can, which might end up being on the corner. A possible obstacle with this, however, is you want to make sure that you don't bottom out with the bottom of your chassis onto the corner of the platform. So by using bigger wheels, you have more ground clearance compared to maybe if you use 4-inch wheels. Also, looking at wheels, if you plan on possibly going up a ramp bot or thinking that you might want to use another team to help you climb, you're going to want to look at your wheel type choice. And while this might be contingent on size, it's also contingent on the material. So this is something you're going to want to look for when you're using maybe Omnis or Mecanums versus traction wheels. So thank you for your question. Okay, so we just answered this question. And then the next question, oh, perfect.
So if you're going to be a ramp bot, what size should you look like? There isn't really a given size that you should look like. The biggest thing to consider when you're a ramp bot or a lifter bot or whatever is you need to be able to account for 2 other robots to go on top of you or anywhere above the 12-inch line for the climbing rules. So most teams you should account for all sizes, both wide and long or whatever kind of size other teams have for the chassis, So you should make sure that you
Absolutely.
do that.
Building on what Ryan said too, one of your size things that you should look at, or on one of your building designs, is you want to make sure that your ramp isn't too steep. Looking into teams' designs, they're probably going to make sure that their chassis goes over the platform zone if that's one of their strategies. If once they already go up that 15-degree angle, they might not consider going up a ramp bot. So if you're, maybe this is the platform zone and platform angle, and you're like this, they might not be able to make it up your robot. So if you're looking at this angle as one of your strategies, try to make sure that it's something feasible that most chassis could do. Perfect. Do we have any more questions? All right. Thanks for tuning in to our first episode of EngiLIVE. If you want, you can submit your questions on Facebook or Twitter within the next week, or if you'd like, you can also ask them live on our EngiNerds EngiLIVE chat. So thanks for joining, and bye.
Bye, everybody.